Hey everyone! Looks like we finally managed to get there, huh? 2,500 subscribers. Holy fucking shit. I am surprised as hell that we even made it this far. But here we are. And because of that, I get to do things that I essentially promised to you. And by that I mean, I now have to revisit all three of these fucking Tony Hawk Game Boy Color games. Alright, so a few years ago, I did videos on these alongside, the Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3 Let's Plays, and I bashed on all of them. I found every single Game Boy Color game to be the absolute worst of the fucking games. And I stood by that for years. But as the years went by, I have gotten quite the comments. Some of them were calling, hey, it's a Game Boy game. What did you expect? It's not going to be high quality or anything. And the other comments were calling me an AVGN ripoff because of how angry I got. Even though I would like to emphasize something with that. Something that's rather important on the distinguishing between my anger and AVGN's. So first of all, what you're seeing right now is me trying to do the race. Like, just trying to race through and get first. Which is impossible. I made that very clear in the last fucking video when it came to this game, and I am going to play you off the entirety of this game in this video because I am not making this its own video because you already saw everything the game had at that point. Now, I'm not showing the whole ramp thing because there's nothing to that. The main meaning of this game is this mode. It is this tournament. So, we're going to go for the tournament. And I'm gonna try and get something better than getting fucking last. Though, you're not gonna see that in this run, because this run is to showcase me trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get first in the races. Which is just dumb, blind luck. There was a comment that was said that you have to be at the top of the screen in order to actually get your speed. That is a fucking false. That is a giant lie. You can't go on the top of the screen. I have tried every single button and combination of buttons to get to the top of the screen. You fucking can't. You are locked at the bottom. You just cannot be faster than the AI. The AI is always faster than you. And by the way, I am playing a character with the best speed stats in the entire game. No other character has better speed than Tony or Rune or what have you. They have the maximum on the speed front. Everyone is faster than you regardless of that. So it's very fucking clear that this game really sucks at that. The stats just don't matter at all. So that's just one bad thing to really add to this. But to really add on how fucking bad this gets, it is impossible to get first. You are going to lose every fucking time. Even if you're going through this absolutely flawlessly, you're not getting something or anything, you are fucked. And by the way, you can fight, and also I'm stuck now. I can't move or do anything. I have to stay on this ramp. The game is forcing me on the ramp. But yeah, you can fight them. If you're lucky. I have gotten it to happen. I have actually beaten one of these characters up and knocked them down. But you have to do it when you're on the bottom. Which they're going to be faster than you, so you can't. If they're behind you, they're going to be beating you up. If you try to go for the side, more likely they'll beat the fuck out of you if you're on the side, or you'll just do nothing at all. The combat aspect of this game is fucking garbage. And to add to this, I did get last in this run, but I'm going to show that it should be possible to get first. But not in the good way. You see, it's supposed to be a race. So, the best way of winning is to get first, right? It's to be fast. It's to be, the winner in the tournament. The developers put in the scoring system, and the way this all works is by score. And the score you get for getting first is not very big. So, unfortunately, even with a fucking good score from getting first, that is not enough to actually get first. You need the score from that, which can involve the bonuses, or involve you doing the tricks. Now, not necessarily does it involve you having to do ramp tricks, just tricks in general. And the thing is, it's not easy to find places to abuse that. You can only do one air trick on a ramp. It always just pauses the game to give you that little fucking image thing every time. So, how do you get points then? You can't manual, obviously. Manuals are not here yet. And air tricks don't give you much at all. You can't do special tricks, so what the fuck can you do? Every grab or whatever just gives you 3 to 5 points and whatnot. And there's not many ramps in this game to really make up the score. Well, that is until I get into the grinds. You're gonna see me find a way of actually abusing the scoring system with the grinds. And I can get up to 200 points in almost every single race because of that. If I don't get fucked by, you know, what's incoming, or by the AI, because that can easily happen no matter what. But I can cheat this game. But as you'll find, this game fucking cheats just as much as I do. So unfortunately, I still don't get first. I didn't get first from cheating the game. That's not good. If I'm cheating, I should be able to break the fucking bullshit of this game and actually get first because I cheated. That's the whole fucking point. But if the AI is also cheating, then how can you say this is not a bad game? A good game would not cheat the player, even if the player is cheating himself. A bad game, even if the player is playing absolutely fair and fine, 100% would cheat, and a cheater would get fucked by the cheating too. A bad game would do that. And this fucking game here does that 100%. So that was the run where I tried to get first, where I tried to, you know, win the race part. And you can see how that went. Now you're about to see what happens when I cheat the game. Where all I fucking do is do this. I use the grind, and then I jump left and right, and I zigzag back on the same grind. The way the game works is that every time you get into a combo on grinds, you get more points. So you can see me going slide left side, and that gives me like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and it keeps growing that way. If you continue doing this on the same rail, that combo can be reached up to 9 points, to 10 points, to like maybe 20 points. You get very lucky. And this accumulates the entire time. You can break the fucking game this way. And the thing is, when I realized this, I was like, wow, maybe this is my way of actually beating the game. Maybe I just have to fucking cheat the game and break the goddamn point system in order to actually win. Because the competition is all based on score, so why not just cheat it out with the tricks? Well, I can't even do that. You see, I feel like when it comes to this game, it all comes down to the first race almost. Because at this point, I'm going to be stuck on second. No matter how much I break the points. This is not good. This is really fucking bad, in fact. I should not be able to fucking break the points like this, but then end up losing anyway. So, now we get into one of the big comments. It's a Game Boy game. What do you expect? Let's think about this for a second. This game came out in the year 2000. By that point, the Game Boy has already had about 100 games in its fucking library. It would have had stuff like the Wario Land games, like the fucking Tetris stuff, the golf stuff. It would have Kirby and all of that bullshit. It had Pokemon at this point. It would have fucking Pokemon. It has all sorts of games at this point. Really good games, in fact. Games that have lasted a long time and are still played to this day and liked. The console is not a pile of fucking shit, and neither is the color games. The color games do have their good stuff to it. There are really good Game Boy Color games out there. This is not one of them. And when I say that, I mean games that came out before this one, in fact. I can show them on the screen right now, the fucking covers, and really show you that there are good Game Boy Color games out there that came out before this one did. And the thing is, this one is really fucking bad. Like, this game is one of, if not, I honestly believe one of the worst Game Boy games out there. And here's a funny thing. Here's a really funny thing. If your game makes me as angry as Bubsy 2 on Game Boy, a game I consider to be the only actual bad Bubsy game out there, yeah, that's really fucking bad, okay? Considering how much you people fucking hate Bubsy 3D, if I consider Bubsy 2 Game Boy a terrible game and an actual bad Bubsy game, and this is worse, in my opinion, then oh boy. But people kept defending this fucking game. People kept saying that this game was not that bad. And then there were people who started giving me the other kind of comments that I kept saying, calling me an AVGN knockoff. Let me tell you something about the difference between AVGN and myself. The most obvious one right off the bat is that AVGN is a satirical review show. Mine is a fucking Let's Play channel. Let's Plays and reviews are not the fucking same. Sure, I give my opinion on these sorts of games in my Let's Plays, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily a review. A review is a lot more structured, a lot more scripted. It has a lot more knowing on the shit and a lot more focused. A Let's Play isn't focused. It is someone's playthrough from beginning to end of a game, and their experiences through that game, done pretty much live usually, or in post-commentary. Either way, it's not scripted, and it's all just being built up. It's opinion that's being played live. A review is not an opinion played live, it is the absolute opinion. When it came to these games, my opinion on that was just that. It was a fucking gradual fucking, you know, experience thing. It was me experiencing these games for the first time and really seeing just how bad these fucking games were. These are my first times playing these games, and guess what? They were fucking terrible. But the other thing is that AVGN is scripted on its anger. It is false anger. The anger is played up for laughs. You don't genuinely think that James Rolfe is actually super pissed off at these fucking games. He is playing a fucking character. Those videos I made on these Game Boy Color games, they were not me making, you know, jokes and shit. They were not me making up the anger. I was not playing a fucking character. The anger in those videos was 100% genuine. I fucking hated these games. And guess what? I still fucking hate this one. This one is still a pile of shit. Have you noticed the fucking scores right now? I am literally cheating the fucking system. Right now, I'm gonna get over 200 points. You should not be able to get 200 fucking points. And yet, the AI somehow also gets 200 points. Despite them crashing over and over again and doing absolutely terrible, for some fucking reason, the AI is also cheating here. That should not be fucking happening! If the AI is fucking cheating the game itself, while I'm also cheating, How is that a good fucking game? How is that fucking fair? Revisiting this fucking game has made me more angry at this than beforehand. It's made me hate this game much fucking more. So I don't have many good hopes when it comes to the other two games, okay? There's not much hope on the other two if I'm this fucking furious at this one. And I got second. That's the best I can do. And that's it. That's the fucking game. My opinion has not gotten better, it's gotten worse since this fucking video. So yeah. Game Boy Color Pro Skater 1 still fucking sucks. The end. Get it out of my fucking face. It is still a terrible fucking game that has not fucking changed. You cannot fucking change that. It is still utter shit. And I have literally waited for years for someone to come in and show me otherwise. To show me this game is not that fucking bad. To fucking show me that this game is okay. It's fine. It's a Game Boy game, and it's a decent Game Boy game. But no matter who fucking plays this game, it is always the same experience. It is always the same shit I see. And it's always the same shit I fucking hear. But people act way too forgiving of this because it's the Game Boy game. There are far fucking better Game Boy games out there 10 years before this came out. This does not deserve the fucking goddamn niceness you people give it. It's a pile of fucking shit. Right. I don't want to lose my fucking voice now. I'm gonna try to calm down. However, I did promise I would do all three of these, and the first one's done now. You can see I didn't get fucking last this time. I did get better. But the way I got better is still not good. It makes the game look worse. I should not have to break the score system to get second fucking place. I still have Pro Skater 2 and 3 Game Boy Color to come into, and those games are different to this, but they're still not good. But we're gonna try and beat them anyway. We're gonna seriously go into those games, and we're gonna try and beat them. In fact, Pro Skater 2 Game Boy Color is tomorrow. You're gonna see me start playing that one tomorrow, alongside VR Sports and all the other shit I've been doing so far. We're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna go through and properly let's play both of those fucking games and be done with them. As far as a proper let's play on this one, though, the first game's done. The opinion has not changed. It has gone fucking worse. It has gone far more south than last time. This game is just fucking garbage. You cannot tell me otherwise. There is not a single fucking thing you can literally say in the comments to say otherwise. I have shown you how fucking bad this game is. I bet you anything, because of my anger right now, people are gonna think I'm fucking AVGN knockoff and shit, when I am seriously fucking angry! Oh, God! This is the culmination of just years of being shat on for those videos. The years being talked down by many people, calling me an AVGN knockoff and shit, calling me a pile of shit player and all, because I never gave these games the proper fucking play. They're not good. They're not fucking good games. I don't know why people are defending this shit and calling it a Game Boy game. Giving it the defense that it is a Game Boy game is the worst defense you can give it, because there are good fucking Game Boy games out there. There are far better Game Boy games out there. Calling this an average Game Boy game is an insult to more than half the library of Game Boy games that it has. Right. Now that you've experienced me going back into this game and being much more hateful and angry about it, I hope you're looking forward to the next two, when I properly Let's Play them, when I properly give you the parts for them and shit. This video won't be in the Pro Skater 1 fucking playlist, but the other two will, and they're gonna be exactly what you're gonna get. They're gonna be my opinions as we go along, my experiences throughout the entire thing. And if I get as furiously angry as I did here, you have yourselves to blame for this. I promise you, because of all this shit, that I would go through and revisit these games and do proper videos on them. And I'm standing by my fucking promise. Right. The other thing of these 2,500, these sub-specials I've done, the 501, the 1,001, all that shit. The thing about these is that I also go through and look at quite a number of channels. You know, a lot of the channels have subscribed to me, and look for the ones that have videos on them, like one video at least, and I essentially just look into them. I shout their name out, I show a little bit of their video, I give a little comment on their video, and we move on from there. And I would increase this number every time. We are now at 2,500 subscribers. So, the number we're about to have on essentially how many people I'm shouting out for my own subscriber number is 100 people. This is going to be a very long video. I mean, it's already long enough considering it's 23 minutes in after I just had a massive fucking aneurysm rant over that fucking game. But, we are going to shout out some channels, and we're going to be a lot more positive now. We've had our fucking anger, we've unleashed the fucking wrath. Now we're going to try to pull it back, and we're going to try and be more positive as I shout out the people who followed me. 100 people with at least one video to their name that you should go check out maybe. That you should give a chance to. So, let's get started on that, shall we? Okay, now to clean the audio here, I am making the exclusive decision of lowering that number I said before down from 100 to 50 because I tried going through 100, and I mean 100 channels with videos, not just 100 in total. I reached to about like 90 channels by the time I got to this bit. And by the time I got to at least 30 of these channels where I had them on the list, I just hated doing this. I do not like going through a massive list and just looking through all of them to find the ones with a video to them, and then having to shout out these videos, because it's just like, I want to be nice, I want to bring out the best in these people, I want to make these people feel special, but it's like, not everybody is going to have a great video, and sometimes it's very awkward to look at these videos. Sometimes they're just family videos, and it's just, it's weird sometimes to give him a shout out when it's not exactly something that's supposed to be like a public thing much, you know? But they made it public. It's a public site. Anyone can see these videos of theirs. So I have to let them be known. And some of them do want to be known. So I feel like it's my duty to, at the very least, get people who have subscribed to me lately up to about 100 subscribers from my total of 2,500, the due diligence of essentially giving them a shout out and letting people know what they're like. Even though, for the most part, I lowered it to 100, like from 150, because I just can't do 100. I do not have the energy to fucking look through and find 100 channels of one video to them, and then having to read all that shit out and put each of the videos in onto the screen for you. So I'm sorry if you missed out. I'm sorry if you're not on this because of that. There's too much, and I just can't. And that's my only excuse. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so first of all, X360 Dev Nerd. This guy, from what I've seen, has quite a few things of, like, development things, like shaders and, you know, AI stuff and objects and all, on an Xbox 360, which I find to be interesting. And right now, I saw this one they uploaded not that long ago. It's called Plastic Shader Xbox 360, and it's kind of interesting. If you're interested in game development stuff, in a sense, go check that out. Next up, Dancing Machine. This guy likes to dance, and for the most part, in his last video, he signed himself up for America's Got Talent, which he did this years ago. But hey, we can at least give him a few little seconds, like talk about that, you know, about how he got in, or signed up for it, and hopefully we can hear back from him and see how that went for him.
I signed up for America's Got Talent. If you support me, comment down below if you support me. Because every support that I get, there's a more chance that I feel like I can win.
Next up, Rodrigo Pinto. This man loves Eurovision. He is a massive Eurovision fan. If you are a fan of Eurovision and want to talk to somebody about it, this man is the guy for you, because he likes streaming all about Eurovision and making some singy songs and shit about it. So hey, if you want some Eurovision time, this guy is the guy for you to go to.
I want this to continue on. I want this to be in history and to people think about it as something that happened in music and in Eurovision that was good. And that changed a lot of perspectives.
Next up, Sri Lankan Football Mania. This guy is apparently a football fan, and one of his videos I'm showing you right now is essentially just him making a small, crappy little Facebook edit, I guess, of a comedy video about a person who's being a goalie, and every single time the soccer ball is kicked, it is a funny video. You should see the original video. But there is some little football stuff in there, like actual football stuff. So if you want to see that, you can check out his channel. heretotelloffdumbppl. I believe this guy is actually following me because of Jak 2, because his latest video is Easiest Infinite Orb Glitch for Jak 2. There's a few other videos, but that one's one that stood out to me because it's something that I've done. So, you know, if you want to see another way of getting an infinite orb glitch going on, you can go with that. I tried to avoid that on my Let's Play because I wanted to actually beat this in the fairest way possible. But if you want to cheap it out, that's one way you can do it from that video, even though the quality is a little naff. Next up, Blitzen Bugatti. This guy just likes playing Roblox, especially Tornado Alley Ultimate on Roblox. So, I mean, if you're into Roblox, you got that. Next up, Ezzy. I don't really get what this guy's channel is about. It is definitely not English. There are some moments of, like, him playing Rockstar games, like GTA, and Transformers, in fact, but there's some weird ones, like Oh Got, which is his latest one a day ago, which he has uploaded at least 4 videos a day ago, And if you're into ASMR of somebody scratching their chin or some shit, you can watch that if you want.
Like boxing, Dallon fun. Yeah.
His avatar actually says RC Revenge, so I'm guessing he came in because I did RC Revenge. Next up, this name is hard to really pronounce. Jeremiah Dabir Blake GCAEC own AVGCP. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you wanna know what this channel is all about? That's it. That's what the channel is mainly about, just tilting logos. If you're into that, there you go. Next up is Emelinda Navarro, and, well,
What the f?
Let's move on to someone, like an actual channel that isn't kind of weird and actually seems like a real channel, like something that someone would go and watch, in a sense. Code Lyoko Fan 2002. This guy loves this fucking one little show about a robot, which is from Jetix. He is a big Jetix fan. If you're into Jetix, if you're into anything from them, he's a great guy to go and see because he is a big fan of it and likes to talk all about it. And one of the videos you can go into is this video talking a little bit about this obscure Disney show that aired back then called Get Ed.
Today, I'll be talking about an obscure show that used to be airing on Jetix called Get Ed.
I fairly remember watching Get Ed. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. It existed, but it was okay. If you're into discussions like that, and the robot character and whatnot have you, go check out his channel. It's pretty alright. Just know that the audio volumes are gonna be kind of shit, in a sense. I feel like he should learn how to do audio stuff a bit better. Next up, Walter Zurita. This guy only has one video. It was not that long ago, and it's, You can kind of see why I dropped it from 100 to 50. You can kind of see why when Jesus Christ. Next up, DryRotted Gaming. This one actually feels like an actual fucking channel. And hey, it's related to me a lot because it's all about Pro Skater 1+2. In this case, it's literally about him finding a way to break the game by glitching his board in the fucking first contest of Pro Skater 1. I'm going to be serious. I am never going to do this. I will play this game fairly. I am not going to look out to exploit the game. I have the skill at this point not to do that. But seeing shit like this is funny to me, and I don't mind it one bit. Next up, AlexJones Productions. This guy has a few little gaming videos here and there, nothing too special, but I'm bringing this one up called The Greatest, just because of the ending.
I'll be here if you need me.
Oh, I'm the fucking greatest!
Next up is Dino Dilemma, which he has a few videos here and there, but I think the main reason he came into my channel is because of Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Because he actually has a few videos where he tries to speedrun this game for a few levels with, you know, Rad Hazard and all of that. And he's just kind of exploiting a restart glitch in a way to teleport himself a bit further on. And, you know, he's just kind of exploiting a lot of wings with, you know, getting through fast and such. You can watch that if you want. I'm pretty sure it's a speedrun thing to exploit the fuck out of this game like that. But, yeah, I'm not that interested in doing it. I like playing fair with this shit. But hey, if you have Hydro Thunder Hurricane and you want to beat his times, you can go ahead and do that. You just have to, you know these exploits. Next up is J&J with a video that is going to be very difficult for me to actually say because it's really fucking weird and it's definitely not English. Geratu Tidak Di Bayar Gaji Paksik Ini Naik again. And the video is basically about a guy, I'm guessing drunk or whatnot, just yelling at a dude across the street. Next up, Devin. This guy just has streams of himself playing Fallout 4. He's playing it on very hard with modifications. And if you're into streams, if you're into watching somebody play Fallout 4, that's the guy for you. Who knows, he might go on forward to stream some more different games. That would be pretty neat to see him become a streamer. So, give him some support and see where it goes. Next, Super Video Gamer 360. This guy likes to make reactions to Smash Bros. And such. A bit of a reaction channel in a sense. As well as a gaming channel. I'm going to show you his current reaction, his current video, which is about the Minecraft Steve and Smash stuff.
Yo, it's Minecraft! It is Minecraft!
Next up is Matthew Sapp, and this guy loves his fucking cars, including Hot Wheels. So you can kind of tell where this is going. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't have any beef with the Hot Wheels community. I myself used to be a Hot Wheels fan. I enjoyed playing the Flash games, playing these games, and having the toys. Some of you are fucking diehard to a problematic percent, essentially. Some of you get a bit far. And some of you get really touchy on negative opinions. I haven't seen this guy make any negative opinions on me about the Hot Wheels shit. But hey, if you're into V8 Bomber monster truck stuff and all, if you're into these toy cars that he collects, or anyone collects, go check it out. You might be interested. He likes showing this stuff off, he likes collecting this stuff, and that is pretty cool in its own right.
So yeah, that's the front of it, that's the hood, that's the top, that's the back. It's a really nice truck, I'm really glad I got it, but yeah, like I said, check out your local Walmart, see if they have them.
Next up is elissonforte, and he only has one video from 2018, and it's a fucking rip of a video from some fucking kids channel here called Kids Rhymes TV. That's all this is, and yeah, it is just kind of shit. A lot of these kids TV channel shit is just really bad, and this one is pretty bad. I don't think it gets weird, because a lot of them that get fucking weird. This one's just kind of standard, but still. Next up, Skater6453. This guy likes to go through Resident Evil games, mainly the demos and such, and going through and sort of doing speedruns in a sense of these games. Going through and doing 100%, all the dolls and shit, no damage at all, like going through no damage runs even. And that's pretty neat, honestly. So, if you're interested in seeing people actually do no damage runs in Resident Evil, that's your guy. I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but if you're into Resident Evil yourself, and consider this the RE3 demo, which I am never going to fucking do in like a decade maybe, this is for you. Next up is Craig Sparks. He likes to play Rocksmith and play the guitar. I can show you the video, I'll play the audio. You can see that it's very much just my voice right now. Because his music, the music he's playing, it's copyrighted, it's Rocksmith, I can't fucking risk it. I'm sorry, I have to play it like this. If you want to hear it though, if you want to see more of his stuff, go check out his channel. Next up is Erick S.F, and I don't really know how to categorize this guy's channel. He plays a lot of games, but it's not in English, obviously, and it's nothing that I can pinpoint to what his channel really is. Some of them are outright fucking meme videos. Other ones are actual gameplay videos, mainly of stuff like Half-Life and like other shooter games like Fallout 4. There's also some like racing games here now, I'm guessing, and like a Planetaria Funky Park thing as well, like a roller coaster thing as well. There's a lot going on, and for the most part, there is some neat stuff here and there. You can also see the guy himself sometimes, but ultimately, it's just all over the place, and it's also not English, so, you know, this is a bit out there, but if you're interested, the channel is in the description anyway for you. Actually, I just realized that this shit's gonna be too long for the description. There'll be a pastebin link below. How about that? You can click the pastebin link down below, and you'll get all the channels from there, as well as what these videos I've been showing you have been. Next up, oh shit, boys, it's CKY2K. This guy appeared in my Fug Pro video. He was one of the skateboarders I basically streamed with and shit that was there on the fucking server. And he does appear in the video as well. This guy is pretty neat. He speedruns some of the games, and he also does videos of things like Skater XL and all of that, which he does them in like a skater video sort of deal. And this is not a fucking pick at him. This is a pick on the fucking mindset of this shit, okay? Because whenever I see these sort of videos of Skater XL, I just don't get any enjoyment from them. I don't feel like I'm watching somebody do sick tricks and all of that with like cool camera angles and such. I'm just seeing someone play a video game and doing something that anyone can fucking do in a video game. It's nothing like watching real life skating, which stuff like Skater XL and Session basically try to do. They try to be like, you know, trying to replicate real life skateboarding in a sense, to be like, you know, the same sort of deal, only in video game form. But you can't really recreate that. Making a simulator on this sort of thing feels really awkward and disingenuous to me. It doesn't feel right, and when you see people actually play these sorts of games and act like it's a fucking, you know, a tape sort of deal and whatnot, like what you would find with actual skateboarding videos and such, of like skaters making a little compilation of their own tricks and their spots and such. Whenever I see that being done of these games, I just feel really bored, and I don't get any kind of enjoyment. It always just feels very dull and nothing to me, because I can do all of the shit they do. Every single time they're doing simple tricks over stairs and rails and such, and like little ledges and such, and it just looks boring. It feels boring. It doesn't seem or fucking act any kind of interesting. When I see real life shit like in the Barracks channel and such, that shit gets me fucking going. That shit looks interesting. That shit looks fucking pumped. I can actually feel the energy from that, and I feel like there's a lot more going on compared to the fucking video games. So, when I watch that shit, when I watch Session or Skater XL videos, I just feel like people are trying to get into the mindset, trying to believe that this shit is really cool and gnarly and like real life and all, but it just looks fucking lame to me, and I just don't get it. I don't get why people get so in there with this shit. If anything, I find CKY2K speedrun videos a lot more fucking interesting than the video I chose here, even though I feel like the name ZK or Y is pretty neat. Honestly, if you want to go see his channel, go see his speedruns. They are a lot more interesting, a lot more goes on as you would like greatly. But if you are interested in Skater XL videos, they are there as well, and for the most part, they're not badly edited or anything like that, and the music choices are pretty okay, so there is something for you there. But yeah, for the most part, I find that guy to be cool. But yeah, that's my rant on Skater XL and Session, and I used to support Session. This is kind of in the past of that, and then that got fucked, and then Skater XL later got fucked because the people from Session moved to that, and it's just it's a fucking history I don't want to even talk about right now. Let's get more positive here, okay? If we can. Let's try and be more positive. Here we go. Arian Mallory. This guy does, like, rap things and such, like mixes and shit. And this is one of his things, OBD versus Shalimar. Let's listen to it for a little bit, shall we?
Yeah, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
Well, that's just fucking art. That's just great. There are two videos he uploaded last, which one's a copy of it, and there's like no order or anything. It's just like a weird slideshow thing. I don't know what happened to this channel, but hey, keep up the fucking mixes, mate. You got something. The basic, but you got something going on. Next up, Dallon Gonzales. This guy has a few videos going on, but the video I chose here is smoking because it's the only one that I found mildly interesting. Next up, Makayla. This chick only has one video. It's a long video, but it's an interesting video if you're into, like, sort of, you know, real life stories and such.
Hi guys. I'm gonna make a video about my narcissistic story. I live for 3 narcissists. I'm not gonna say my name or their names in the video for privacy reasons, and also because one of the narcissists I'm talking about, she's like on Instagram all the time, or on like YouTube and stuff all the time, and I don't want her to know that this video is about her, because she'll probably like tell my mom or something.
If you're interested in hearing more about her story about living with a bunch of narcissists and such, and like how she had to cope with that and all, just, you know, go to her channel and check it out for yourself. The whole video is there. Just note there is no video, it's just black, it's all freaking audio at this point. But yeah, like, if you're interested in hearing someone's story, go check that out. Next up, Young D's 100. This boy likes FIFA and shit. I'm gonna show some FIFA 2005 gameplay. It's okay, it's alright, it's not that interesting, it's FIFA 2005. But if you want to see this shit, you can go and see it. It's alright for the most part. Ah, now here is a kid who wants to be a YouTuber, or is an Instagram star. Tubarãogames123 Renato Neto. This kid has a lot of videos of different games and such, like showing his face off, making a lot of cringy faces and all, you know, trying to be all reactionary and such. And, you know, he's the typical kind of kid trying to be a YouTuber. And for the most part, that can be charming in its own right, and that can be extremely cringe. But I'm willing to give this kid the benefit of the doubt and the benefit of respect, even though he probably can't understand a fucking word I'm saying. He hasn't uploaded in 3 months, but he might if we give him some more attention. So, if you're into watching children play video games and try to be like their favorites like PewDiePie and Markiplier and such, and play all these spooky games and all of that, then by all means, go check out his channel, give him support, and maybe one day he'll be bigger than me.
Caiu. Eu treinei já. É esse o próximo level. Eu treinei no modo tutorial, porque a gente fez agora. Beleza. E agora? Que tem um trem. Deixa eu ver esse trem aqui. Tem que pular no trem e subir em cima dele. Vou tentar. Eita, pilga.
He probably will end up being bigger than me, which is the saddest thing I'm ever gonna fucking say in my life. Next up, Yosef Elwadi. This guy only has one video from 8 months ago, and it's just... It's clown. It's clown. Next up, Daison Cariño. He has a few gameplay channels here and there, maybe of stuff like PUBG and all of that. I'm showing this PUBG video, which is called "What Will You Do in 3 fucking minutes?" And, you know, I like that title. He obviously censored it in a weird way to get past the fucking censors of YouTube. I can get behind that, even though there's apparently 2 views going on, I guess. And, yeah, if you're interested in PUBG gameplay and all of that, interested in, like, somebody being a little shit in a sense, you know, getting all sweary and violent and all, you know, trying to get all funny, go watch his stuff if you want.
Bomba mantal.
Okay na shit.
Amin nga, mabaling nga.
Next up is Matthew Grayless, and there is a video he recently uploaded about footy and shit, but he has videos from years ago that I find more interesting, and then I actually want to show you this one from like about 8 years ago, I believe. Now you see, that was only a few seconds long, but seeing someone actually do a varial kill flip in real life, there's a lot more going on and a lot more interesting of that sort of shit than there is with anybody's fucking Skater XL in session gameplays, okay? I don't give a fuck what you do in those games. You ain't beating a real life video like this, where someone's doing it in real life and pulling it off fucking well. I find this a whole lot more interesting and entertaining. And I hope Matthew Graylis can get back into skateboarding at some point so that we can see more of this in the fucking future. At least I hope so. He's mostly in the 40 right now, considering his first video there. He's like latest one. But if he gets back into skateboarding, I'd be interested in watching. I'd be cool with that, honestly. Next up, Sadiki St. George-Ngirwa. This guy is basically playing a video game with his, I guess, his freaking nephew or something, his little brother. They're playing Gmod in both these videos, I believe. And what I'm showing you right now is our Orbital Friendship Canon Part 2, Feet Kihari. It's like a family little video, but they obviously want to show it publicly and all of that. And they're playing Gmod, so, you know, here's a little sneak peek of that.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
time for part 2.
So
we changed the arena. If you may realize, we're under the sea. Well, we were originally going to do Green Hill, but
it kind of lagged out.
It lagged because of its brightness.
You see, and this is pretty bright too.
Yeah, but it's kind of creepy. I mean, look at all those people there. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Let's hit them with friendship.
If you want to know what the Friendship Can is, go check out their channel and see this video and the next one as well. You'll probably be okay with it. It's not amazing, but you'll probably find some charm in it. Next up is Learjack000, and this guy's thing is essentially, for the most part, either, you know, rave DJ shit with WWE stuff or just regular music. It's mainly WWE stuff, it's mainly wrestling stuff, but hey, if you're into some rave DJ stuff going on here and there, go check out his channel. I don't mind some rave DJ stuff. I know some people who do that shit. And you know what? It can be pretty fine sometimes. Even though I find it to be very limiting and the AI is kind of really random and kind of shitty, I do find this sort of stuff to be neat. So if you're interested in seeing some rave DJ stuff, this channel has some for you. Next up is Charles Brown. This guy does not know English because all of his stuff is like in a different language, and most of his videos are this. It's like people talking from a news show or whatever, and it's just a black background the entire time. No video at all, just audio. It's weird. I feel a bit unsettled by it. I don't understand a thing of it, and yeah, it's just kind of off-putting in a sense. I'm not sure if you get some kind of enjoyment out of this, but if you want to, you can check it out. Next up, Daniel Benner. This guy likes to play some Flash games and such, like Sacred of the Dead. Which, let's take a look at this fucking Flash game, for instance, because I know the freaking developer of this. I know the man behind this for a while. I've actually talked to him way in the past in Skype, and then I got fucking blocked by him. But, yeah, like, have a look and check out what this game is all about.
There's too many of these fuckers ahead. If I go fast enough, I'll break through. Gotta go faster. Need more speed. Faster.
It's a work of art, honestly. But yeah, Daniel Benner has a lot of playthroughs of that, like full playthroughs. So if you're interested in that, go check him out. Next up is Sully Styles, and this person has a few videos called Sully's World of Horror. Let's check one of these out, shall we? I can feel the horror. Next up, Brad Bones. This guy has a few videos on here, but the one we're showing you right now is his first 30 seconds of the game Steep, which I don't have yet, but I might plan to play this. Who knows? We'll have to look and see. But right now, here are his first 30 seconds, pretty much abridged to like 5 seconds.
You can pop your wingsuit on anytime, anywhere out here. All you need is a spot that looks...
Next up, Nub4 and Doomguy05. This guy has a few videos. I'm guessing like 2 people going on, I guess. But the main thing here is that Minion got stuck. Yep. He's stuck alright. Next up, Taker's channel. A few videos here of like Red Dead Redemption, I'm guessing. And, you know, he's gonna go ham on a motherfucker in this game. He is gonna go right the fuck ham on this motherfucking game in Red Dead Redemption 2. Next, JCoolNut96. This person only really has like 1 or 2 videos, and it's just War Thunder. It's just War Thunder. Now, I don't know why someone who likes War Thunder is watching my channel. And I don't quite get War Thunder. I've seen the ads, and they're kind of annoying. I know it's like a free-to-play game that is just kind of bland, sort of army game, like a war game. And I never really got interested in ever looking at it. And I guess I have a question for anybody who does play War Thunder and is into it. What is so great about it? And I'm saying as somebody who does like war games, like I'm a fan of Medal of Honor, but I want to know what is so interesting about War Thunder that people are playing this, that people are actually taking their time to play this like weekly or so like that. You know, there's this community on that shit. Like, what is the community like with this game? What is it like to play War Thunder in these servers, and how active are they? I'd like to know that question in the comments, because I feel like that'll be a very interesting thing to figure out right there. Next up, I can't fucking read that. I don't know Russian. But what I do know is the fucking language of scooter. Okay, it's a fucking bike, but still, at least I can understand that, you know. There's also some gameplay stuff, like GTA 5 appears quite a few times. But yeah, the main thing we can take from this is bike. Next up is Global Rabbit, who has a quite an interesting little avatar there. But the main thing is that he's really into mainly playing some shooter games. You know, your Counter-Strike, your TF2, your Payday, you know, all that stuff. Your PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, your fucking Tom Clancy. He has quite a few videos on that from years ago, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! And Blaze Blue. But the thing I want to show off is plane carry, because, man, you gotta carry the team when it comes to planes. You know, the team are kind of fuckheads with the planes. They like to jump into the fans and shit. They're not very smart. They don't know how planes work. So you gotta carry the team sometimes when it comes to planes.
I'm glad. Well, someone's gotta carry, bro. I'm about to get shit on.
Next up is Theo400, and guess what? It's a music channel. Great. Great, more fucking music channels, more freaking stuff I can't play for copyright reasons. There are some obscure little punk bands here and there. I think I actually have heard some of these bands before. But, yeah, if you're into music, if you're into wanting to, you know, hear some new bands and such, this guy has some albums here and there of, like, some songs and bands and all, like, punk bands. But, yeah, it's just that. Nothing else to it. And there you go. Next up is Geo the Geode, and I don't know what much to say about this channel. There's a bunch of troll shit here and there. Like, there's a weird one called Full Stop Punctuation, and I just don't have a fucking word to say about that one. But what I am showing is Murny 13 is easy, and that's it. I don't have much else to say. It's probably something. Hey, the channel exists. You can check it out if you want. But, yeah, here's just a little bit of that. Next is Maiko Zaito, because, you know, we gotta have some WWE stuff going on. We had it before him, and now we have it again, except this time it's actual stuff. For instance, like a 10-second countdown from the Royal Rumble from years ago. And, that's pretty interesting to see. It's a live thing. He's actually recording it from the live events. So if you're interested in seeing some of that, you know, they exist, and here's some right here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is what I expect when it comes to WWE fans. They make fun of everything with this shit. It's always a good time. Next up, Bubba Bear Games. This guy likes to go through and play some games. However, he has stopped doing that for some time. And recently, he made an update video on his channel all about his life outside of YouTube.
The way everything is set up at my mom's house, well, my mom-in-law's house, my wife's mom's house in this case, really technically her mom's like a mom to me, and the only mother figure I really have other than Aunt Sue. But that's besides the point.
It's quite a sad state of affairs when life gets in the way of making some, some fucking videos on YouTube and not being able to play video games on there and, having a life. Having a life sucks. Give this guy some, likes and some love and such. Give him some appreciation, support for going out there and really caring about this, really wanting to go out and make these videos and such. And let's hope that he comes back in full swing to make some more videos on video games. Next up is QB64, who is very interesting to me because his thing is making fan recreations of intros of these sort of game shows like Weakest Link and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which is interesting. I kind of like it. So if you're interested in seeing that stuff, go check it out. Next up is Opox, who has quite a bit of commentary, quite a bit of videos and stuff, and also I believe has some fucking war stuff on there, like that fucking game again. But he has videos of no commentary at all that you can go ahead and check out, and, you can probably find some neat stuff on there, like Star Wars Episode 3 on Xbox. You check out the bonus missions on that. I'm pretty sure there's some cool stuff there. So go check it out. Go check out the full videos there and see what you can find and see what you can like. Up next is Calvin Laws, and he only has one video as the Calvinator 97 with Team Trash B-Day Bash XO. And it's essentially like a little freaking montage video of essentially drag racing in a sense, like going around burning rubber and all of that with all sorts of pretty neat cars and, really going to town on some shit while partying hard and all, being with the bros and such. And you know what? I kind of find it refreshing. I kind of find it interesting. And if you want, you can check it out yourself. It's kind of neat. And it's only one video of it, so, if we get a sequel video, if ever, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's just one video. Go check it out. See what you see. See what you like. Give it a chance. And lastly, in my 50 subscribers here, it's Sonic Punch Revival, who is an animator who likes to make reanimations of all sorts of stuff. I'm going to show this latest one of a Scott the Woz replayed reanimation, where he did scene 202 and his full progress on it. And you know what, speaking of reanimations, let's talk about a reanimation of our own, the Bubsy reanimation. Yes, I'm gonna bring that in and just fucking segue that shit right in, because I literally used Sonic Punch Revival on fucking purpose, just segue it right into this bit. Because this is important, because I wanted to bring this up in this year of Thanksgiving, but then the shit of 2020 happened, and it just fucked it all up. It fucked a lot of things up, if not everything in the world up. And quite frankly, I just could not actually continue on with the date we had. So it was extended to next year, the 24th of November, for that Thanksgiving. And yeah, for the most part, it's been going pretty well. We still have some openings going on right now, so if you're an animator and, you want to go in and, do some clips, up to 5 maximum, go check out the freaking trailer in the description. Go check that out, Go see the details from the link and such, the bit.ly link or whatever. I can link that down, actually. And, yeah, just essentially look through it, see what you like, see what clips are available to you right now. And if you're interested, come join us. I will look through and let you know if you're in or not. It's not hard to get in. You just gotta have some competency, you gotta be able to actually be able to animate, and you gotta be able to not have watermarks, and you gotta be able to not be really lazy and shitty with it, Because I've had a few of that, and it's very annoying. It is extremely fucking annoying, especially when they get really pissy. We only had one like that, and that guy can fuck right off. But yeah, it's just... But But yeah, we have like a year before we have to worry about that shit going on. And the thing is, you're not really going to see that until after the stream on Twitch. So yeah, once that's done, it will appear on my Newgrounds and will appear here on this channel unmonetized. A few other things might appear in my old channel, also unmonetized. But for the most part, the entire project will be on this channel on November 2021. No money made from it. Just showcasing a big group effort, mostly from fans, mostly from animators, well, some from fans, really. We brought in a lot of animators from outside, and, yeah, it's going really well. We have some really good clips coming in for this, and I am feeling very happy with the progress going on right now for this, so I feel like you guys will enjoy what we have coming next year when it comes to that. But right now, we gotta focus on the stuff of this channel. We gotta focus on what's coming up right now before the end of this fucking year. First of all, no more long plays the rest of this year. The rest of this fucking year can fuck right off when it comes to long plays. That shit yesterday is the last one I'm doing this year because fuck me. I have had some long-ass long plays throughout all this shit and I am just tired. I am fucking tired of it. I am done with it. I want to take a break from that shit. So, even though I have gotten quite some fucking games ready for you to see, I'm holding back on that until next year, sometime after, when I feel comfortable and ready to get back into long plays and give you something that is either complete shit or at least funny. Next up is Let's Plays. There are a few Let's Plays that have been planned, still haven't gone to fruition yet. You know, there's Times Blizz 3, which has been delayed still. I have to get that out of the way still. And there's also the fact that I have to go through and do Tony Hawk Pro Skater GBC 2 and 3. So I have to do real Let's Plays on those on their own thing. And Pro Skater 2 GBC is going to be the first video tomorrow when we get back into the normal schedule. We're also going to do a VR Sports, get through that game, because now we're going into some new boats. Going for the arcade shit again. It's not going to be fun, but we've got to do it. And there is also going to be, some more streams, some more demo plays. Demo plays, in fact, from American PS2s. I have finally acquired an American PS2, and I got it working pretty well. And not only that, I have a few American PS2 demo discs that I have been using to essentially go through and look through all this shit. There are some games I haven't done yet, and there are some versions I haven't done yet, and there are also versions of demos I've already done, but they have changes that are significant enough for me to show you as US versions. That's going to be a new thing of demo plays at this point, where if I've already shown you something beforehand of like a fucking game I've done demo play on in the Europe demos that I've done and the PAL ones, and I have an NTSC one and there is something different, like a different level or whatnot, but it's essentially the same demo in a sense, that is a US version, and I'm going to show you that shit as a US version of the demo, and it's going to be interesting to see how much is different between the PAL and the NTSC releases of these demos, what they gave to Americans and what they gave to Europeans and Australians and such. It's going to be interesting looking into that. Will I do Japanese versions, though? Eventually. I do have Japanese demo discs. I do have that shit. I just need to get that shit working out in my favor. I can essentially try and, soft mod the fucking American one, because that has the best stuff for me to work with, and I think Japanese shit can work out really well on that, compared to my PAL stuff, but we'll see. This also means, because I have the American PS2, it also means I can do American Let's Plays. I can do American versions of games, and essentially go through stuff that I couldn't do before. For instance, American Wasteland Collector's Edition. That was only released in the US, it was only released on PS2, and I have the copy, I have the NTSC PS2, the game works flawlessly on it. I will eventually do American Wasteland. Not now, not for a while. I gotta deal with the Game Boy Color games, and I gotta deal with 1+2. Yeah, that's coming after the Game Boy Color stuff, by the way. But yeah, after that, we'll see about American Wasteland. There are some other stuff I have that I want to get into, But for the most part, there is that. That could be something we can look into way later on in the year. And that's it, really, for right now. Nothing else really report to you or give to you right now except a huge thank you for 2,500 subscribers. I am shocked that this channel has even reached this amount. When I started on YouTube 10 years ago, I was a complete fucking nobody. I was a dumbass kid wanting to play video games and, have some kind of, care on this shit, I wanted to be noticed. And I never got noticed. I never got any kind of a fuck given. And for the most part, my subscribers were very low, up to like 200 at best. And I had some really bad times with all that shit. And I eventually abandoned that channel forever and I made this one. And ever since I started doing the Tony Hawk stuff, ever since I started, going into the system skateboarding and going to long plays and speedruns and such of all of this, I have grown, essentially. I have improved considerably on this shit, and I have great amount of resources at this point for a lot of these videos. It's just find the drive now and find the time for it, considering real life's in the way now. But for the most part, I am getting into this, I am enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm happy that you enjoy it as well. And I hope you look forward to more stuff from me in the future, and, you don't get tired of me and want to unsubscribe and call me a fucking loser, because you're probably going to do that in the future. I probably guarantee that. But for now, the next milestone is 5,000 subscribers, which we're not going to see until I'm like 80, so yeah, I've reached my fucking peak, and this is the hill I'm going to stand on for the rest of my life, as the guy who only has 2,500 subscribers and does Tony Hawk video games and Bubsy shit. That is my life for the rest of my life, and I can't wait for the bullet to my head to come. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time for Pro Skater 2 Game Boy Color.
Nakurado, nakinjam na rin nangyari tayo sa kasaringin. Untuk na pangalawalus na gaji-gaji na tanaw ko. Atok ko eh.